and this is going to be the last installment of things you may or may not know about the Shape Editor tool. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about different things you can do with the Shape Editor tool. All right, so first thing is Bezier curve handles. If you don't have one, like clicking here, I don't get any of the Bezier curve handles. Well, if you want some, just make a curve. And then all of a sudden, the Bezier curve handles appear. Yeah? Now there's nothing on that side because there's no curve there. So just make a curve and voila, there it is. You can click on that and make it a smooth join, and all of a sudden you've got the smooth join. Yeah? Okay. Dragging and selecting more than one handle. Yeah? I'll show you with this because this is going to be interesting. So here I've got a rectangle shape with one rounded corner. Well, I want to stretch this across the entire width of my web page, say. But if I do it without doing it how I'm going to show you in a minute, the curve here is going to be affected. It's going to get stretched along with everything else. Yeah, you get this ugly looking curve here that doesn't really reflect what you wanted to do. So what you would do in this case is just grab the two Bezier curve handles that you want and then drag them. Now I'm just going to hold down the Shift key and the right arrow key and go over just as far as I want to, and there you go. Now it stretches across the entire area of my web page, the entire width, and this curve was not affected. So that's grabbing the nodes that you want and moving it that way. Same thing I could do here. I could drag and select and move it down. Another thing you can do is if I wanted to move it back, so I've clicked on one, I could hold down the Shift key and click on another one and go across that way. Control Shift click selects them all, like I talked about before. If you let's see. Yeah, if you just want to, you can just grab them and go. Yeah, you could grab more than two. Like I'll hold down the Shift key and click that one too, and that way I could move all three of them at the same time if you want to. Right? It's that's how it works. In any case, moving on, the scrolling through which node is selected. Okay, so I'm going to select a node, that one right here, and I'm going to press the Tab button, and it's going to go through the rounds. Right? I'm just following around with the mouse, but I don't have to. Just hitting the Tab button makes it follow around the shape to each one node to the next. Okay, so doing that, now I'm going to hold Shift Tab, or hold Shift and press Tab, and it'll go the opposite way, back around this way. Yeah, so forward and backward. Home goes to the front one, end goes to the end tab, endpoint. So home goes there, end goes the same place. Because this is a shape, the home and the first and the last point on the line are the same, so that's why they both go to the same place. Let's see. Let's talk about quick shapes and text. You can edit those with the Shape Editor tool if you want to, but you have to convert them to editable shapes first. So for example, say I wanted to do text on a curve, right? And I want this more or less curve, but I don't want this entire circle. One of the first things I can do is take that and say arrange, convert to editable shapes, which is also Control Shift S will do the same thing for you. And once that has happened, I can edit this with the Shape Editor tool. Before I couldn't have selected just these two. And then I can go break at points, right? So I've selected both of them, and I'm breaking at the points. I don't need the bottom anymore. I can just go ahead and select that and ditch it. And now I have this wonderful thing here. So I'm going to get right, I have to select the curve first. So if you've ever wondered how to do this, you select your line, take the text key or the text thing and tool, and then you can just start typing across it. Like, yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and select it all and make this much larger so you can see what the heck's going on. There we go. Hello, everybody, and I can even center it, and there we go. there's that. And just another tip for you real quick, if you press F4, you select only the line, remove the line width, make that none, and then boom, there you go. You've got curved text. That works. That's how you edit a shape and can make it editable. Let's just do one more thing. Let's type. Oops. Be able to type eventually. And grab this. I'm going to arrange, convert to editable shapes. And then it says down here that I have one group on mouse off layer, so I'm going to press Control U to ungroup. And I'm going to have to do it one more time for some reason. But once I do that, then I see that I have 5 shapes on the mouse off layer. And then I'm going to zoom in on this. And once I've got it that way, I'm going to just select the Y. And you can see now it is an editable shape, and I've got all the points on it. Well, if I wanted to grab just those 2 on the end and drag it across, there you go. Now I've got my nifty howdy with the Y going across the screen. Yeah? And then once you do that, though, this text is no longer editable as text, so you might as well grab it all and Control G to group it. Yeah? Okay, next, let's talk about, I've already talked about balancing curves by holding down the Shift key. You can balance a smooth join so that it's balanced on both sides. Adding a new point handle. Okay, so let's grab this, and if I wanted to have an extra point handle in here that I don't have one, I just click on it and just one time click and let go, right? There you go. I have a new point handle, and you can do that as many times as you want to. Drag that out, add curves. You can click. It doesn't have to be on a straight line. It can be on the curve that you add the point handle, and then curve that one way and this the other way. That kind of thing. You know, you can do it as many times as you want. And then one other thing is press escape. Escape deselects the line. So if I was making a line like this and I wanted to start a new line, normally if I'd start over here, I would get another line from there. I didn't want that. So if I press undo and press escape, that deselects the line and I can start over again. Yeah? Escape as many times as I want to. Yeah? So that's it on the shape editor tool. I'm sure that there are a million things that I've left out, but those are the basics. I hope they help you and you found this interesting and useful, and we will talk to you again later.